Fear is something that we experience. It can be daily in our life or from time to time. Fear is actually a threat that we perceive, whether we fear it physically, emotionally, or psychologically. Threat can be real or imagination. That is the same with fear. Fear is considered as a negative emotion, but isn't that bad? When we felt the fear in us, we sense a threat, and that is how we can respond to that threat. Whether it's real or imagined, at least we can do something about it. However, when fear becomes extreme, it also paralyzes. So now you know that fear can be the way our body telling us to respond to a threat. And it also keeps us safe. Whether that we can respond to it in a healthy way, that's another different thing. So today we are going to talk about how does fear affect our body and how can we deal with fear in our life. Fear usually triggers a physical sensation in us. And this is because when there is a threat stimulus or something that we perceive as threat trigger us, it activates a response in our amygdala, which in turn to release a stress hormone known as cortisol, which also activates our fight-flight response. And this is important for you to know, because that is when we can respond to that threat. So when your fear activates your amygdala, stress hormone like cortisol and adrenaline is being released, and that is when your body starts responding and prepare itself to respond to the threat, whether it's perceived, real, or imagined. And that is when you need to learn to manage that fear. However, long periods of fear is not healthy for you. That is where you need to learn how to deal with fear in your life, and that will help you to function better. So now I'm going to teach you some ways to deal with your fear. Whenever you feel a body sensation, a physical sensation, like your heart is beating faster, your breathing is harder, or you are sweating, you are panicking, first thing you do is remember to breathe. Take deep breath. That will help to regulate your heart rate. And most important thing, look at the fear in a logical way. Think through it, go through it. Third thing is that if you are still puzzled, that is very important. Don't keep it up here and trying to deal with it alone. Talk to someone you trust and see whether that fear is real or is imagined. And if it's real, what can you do about that fear? And last thing, act on it. Do something to deal with it. In fact, as simple as talking to someone, that will dispel the fear. And if that fear continues, go to a few more persons and ask for suggestion. That will help a lot. This is Tony, Program Director and Psychologist here at 180 Century.